And welcome to the Kerrnel Does the Trek Ultimate Tutorial Series. This is a new series that we are starting. Trek had asked me to put together something, a series of tutorial videos on how to get access to the server, how to protect your property on the server, and how to, use some of the things on the server, how to get around, how to be part of the community, I guess. So I have gratefully accepted that challenge, and we are going to start with downloading the new mod pack. And the new mod pack is something that Trek has been working on for a while. We were previously running the Feed the Beast Unleashed pack, and we were having some issues with that. And, Feed the Beast Unleashed has not been particularly stable. So what we've decided to do is, with the input of the user community, as well as some thoughts of his own, we are removing some of the mods from the Feed the Beast Unleashed pack and creating a new one and adding some as well. So the basis of the new mod pack is Feed the Beast Unleashed, but we're tweaking it here and there to fit what we want to have on the server and eliminate some of the things that have been causing problems. So I will put up a list of those in a few minutes. Excuse me, while we're loading up the new pack. But to get the pack to begin with, you go into your Feed the Beast launcher, and you click on Private Packs, and then you type in Trec Ultimate. Trec Ultimate. One word. Click Add. And there it is. So it's going to start downloading the new mod. Actually, no, it's not. We have to load it first, launch it. So there's the mod, and there's a little bit of a blurb here, and it does contain the following mods by default. As of right now, we are running version 1.0 of the pack, and the thirst mod is causing some issues. So it is being disabled, and it's actually going to be removed in version 1.1 of the pack. So if you're trying to get connected with version 1.0 and you're connecting and you're having some issues with heart canisters, then you can disable the mod through the edit mod pack and just remove it. I believe you can also hit L when you get in-game, and that will also disable the mod as well. So that will give you some information on the pack. So we click on launch, and it's downloading the pack. It's about 125 meg, so depending on your connection, it could take a bit. I think it's a little smaller than the Feed the Beast Unleashed, but don't quote me on that. So while this is loading, I'm going to pop up on the screen some of the mods that have been removed and some of the mods that we've added, just so you kind of get an idea of what some of these have, what sort of changes have been made to the base Unleashed package. And as we go, get things tested and we get familiar with the mod, I'm sure at some point we'll change some things up. We'll maybe add some more mods or maybe take some more mods away. The goal is that we don't want to do any map resets. So, anything that's going to require new gen, like the Fossils and Archaeology mod, that's going to have its own world set up. Or you're going to have to go really far out away from spawn to find new chunk generation. So here is a list of mods that are being added and removed. Okay, and we are now in the game. So we've downloaded the mod pack, and when you get in, you'll first notice that everything is big. So you will have lost any of the settings that you would have customized for Feed the Beast Unleashed. You will no longer have for the Trek Ultimate pack. You'll have to reset those. I'm sure that there's ways that you can copy some things over if you want to mess with the source files and the directories and things. We're not going to do that here, but I will point out that you want to go into options, and I'm going to reset my volume here. Not that that's going to make much of a difference for this video. So video settings, you'll have to reset all of this. That looks fine for me. So the two big things are the texture packs. So there are no default texture packs for the Trek Ultimate pack. You will have to reinstall whatever texture packs that you were using. Keep in mind that the mods that have been added to the pack probably are not supported by the mod pack that you're using. There may be plugins for or add-ons for those mod packs or expansions or whatever they called to accommodate some of those mods, but most mods that have been added, like the Fossil and Archaeology mod, that one I believe has just the native textures. So unless you can find a mod pack that has those done up in a higher resolution, you're just going to have to use whatever the defaults are. So I'm going to do this off camera and set this up later for myself, but we're just going to sit with the default. And this is just standard process, whatever you use to as your own texture pack, whatever process that you go through, just follow that again for doing this. So we're done that. And the other thing are the controls. So the Trek, so with Feed the Beast Unleashed, the mini-map controls were the equal key and the minus key. And we have gone back to the voxel map for this mod pack. And the voxel map uses the Z key or the Z key for zooming and the X key to display the map. So some of those keys will have changed. So you're going to have to go back into the controls here and familiarize yourself with what those are. Again, the mode switch key will be a common one that people are going to have issues with if you're using Jetpack or something and you want to hover. So I usually switch that to N, which is right next to it. And of course, N now has a conflict with Railcraft. And that's the locomotive whistle. So we are going to switch that to the key right above it, J. And we're just going to leave those the way they are. If I need to fiddle with anything, I'll do that in-game. So just be advised that you're going to have to switch around your controls again. Some of them may have changed, so you may have to pay attention to those. When you first log into the game, the voxel map will show up and it will remind you of what the controls are for it. So pay attention to those and make any changes as you deem necessary. So that is pretty much it for the settings. Actually, no, it's not. I want to change the GUI scale. There we go. That looks a lot better. Okay, and then the last thing is you need to add the server. So if you're new to the server, then this is the address that you're going to use. So click on Add Server, and we're going to type in Trek Ultimate. And the server address is mc.trekultimate.com. And that's it. So then you can just double click that and log into the game and you should be good to go. So hopefully we will see you in game, and if you have any comments or things that you think we should also address, please leave them in the comments below. And until we see you in game, please take care.